So, have you all heard about what's going on with Jumpsuit Pablo? Subscribed to this guy since he had about, I'd say, like 30,000, 20,000 subscribers. Now he's got like 110,000, 110,000, 118,000. Yeah, and he's a guy that did 10 years in the South Carolina state prisons. Long story short, he did his time, just putting out content that will help people that are in similar situations as him. It's got him into quite a bit of trouble with his last video. So I don't know if you guys have even heard of him at all. Also, we're going to talk about it a little bit later, but he's okay now. And he said it's called "I Took Over a Black Prison Gang." Now, he is a obviously a white man, and that's not something that you want to portray at all yourself to do or be or ever done. And even if you were or did, that's not something you would openly speak about because other people are going to be offended by that. Maybe the only people that are not going to be offended by that are the people that are maybe in the same institution as you and that understood the circumstances. But I still don't even believe it was even like this the way you said it. I mean, I think you got lucky coming out with your life. I don't think people were scared of you at all. But I think you're very blessed. But so now he's acting like he was a member, or not just a member, but a leader as he took over this gang. Now that did not sit very well with the gang members that he's in, and it's a nationwide uh, known gang. I'm not going to speak about the gang. You can look into that yourself, but they're very they're a very large gang, and it's not like a small local gang where it's just in that city or state or that town. But yeah, so he tried to make peace with the situation and got a hold of some members and told publicly that you can see this too that he was going to squash this beef. And let me tell you, he put out a video saying, "Look, I got some candy. I'm meeting some people I know. I'm meeting some people I don't know. But we're going to talk about this. And I even got some candy for these guys. And I'll tell you what, these motherfuckers don't give two shits about no fucking candy. They don't do. That's the last thing he should have fucking did is post that. That just sounds. That just sets himself up for failure right there. I mean, he had to know in the back of his head there was some consequences coming. I don't know why he would even act like everything was going to be okay. I think that kind of put more into it too. Him not being a man and owning up to what he did. He didn't own it and say, "Oh, this is wrong." He hasn't taken it down. He's 10 toes down on what he said. So I think he's got more coming his way. And he said that anyway. So he meets these guys. I gotta finish telling you the story. He meets these guys, okay, and I think he meets them on a Thursday. And this happened last week, mind you. And he meets them on like a Thursday, I guess during the day, during the afternoon, probably. And long story short, he posted a video that evening saying, "I'm no longer in the gang." And he looks a little beat up and he looks a little distraught. He looks like he might be forced to be saying it. And we're all like, "Oh man, this might be a little staged," but I knew deep down it wasn't. There's a lot of people saying it's staged, but they don't know, those people don't know what happens because they haven't grown up in that environment or haven't even been around it. So they have no idea how serious it really was. I'm sure there's plenty of people that did, but a lot of people didn't. And then he posts another video the next day saying, "I'm not," of course, a lot of people haven't heard from him for 24 hours. So he started, and his family, as we're concerned, and his close, he started to, a lot of people know who he is now. He's got over 100K subscribers. So those people started making posts about him, not responding, and people start saying, "Oh my God, he's missing, he's missing, he's missing, he's missing." Well, I'll tell you what, he's not missing, he's kidnapped. He would be home if he wanted to be home. He don't want to be where he's at, I promise you. And you can see it when the video that he released when he came out. did not want to be there. He was kidnapped. Okay, they took his ass, and they did not plan on bringing him back. But it caught so much attention they had to release him, and I think he was taken for about a day and a half. I think they released him on a Saturday during the day. They took him on like a Thursday night, Saturday during the day. I don't know how that went exactly. I think he was out this Saturday, and as soon as he got dropped off, I guess that's how he got where he was. He said, puts out a video. You all can find this. These 3 videos are very key. You can see kind of in order what happens. And he's very beat up in the last video. The bruising's definitely set in. Takes sometimes a day or 2 for that shit really to start darkening up. So you can tell. And I'm surprised he wasn't beaten worse. I'm surprised he doesn't have broken bones. I'm surprised he doesn't have missing teeth. I'm surprised he doesn't have a broken eye socket, broken jaw, stitches. So I think he needs to squash it and let it go. But it's an insane story of the reality of gang violence in this country and how prevalent it is still to this day. Like it's insane. It's actually probably larger than ever considering the population, but people don't really. It's kind of not talked about too much publicly, and it's becoming a real issue, I think, again. And um, I think we need to have more positive groups instead of all these negative groups. We can have positive gangs. I have a gang of friends, but we don't go around fucking killing people or fucking maliciously hurting anybody. But we go out and we have a bunch of fun. I promise you that. So it's all about, and it's sad because a lot of these people, it comes down to how they were raised, their surroundings, and it's very hard to be self-conscious of that you were raised wrong because that's how you were raised. You don't know what's wrong until you get much, much older and you make many, many mistakes. And you just got to be blessed at that point to not have made enough mistakes or the wrong mistakes to put you in a position that you can't recover from. And it's sad, but it's a cycle too. But I don't want to get too deep into that. I just want you guys to know about the Pablo story. It's really getting wild. I think the guy has a lot of talent as far as his storytelling abilities, and he's a driven guy, great person, but he doesn't need to portray to be this gangster that he claims to be. What he did in prison is what he did in prison, and you're confined in prison with the people around you. That the prison population doesn't make up a fraction of what's in the city. So I don't think he was a gang member in prison. He wasn't a gang member outside of prison on the streets. There's a difference, in my opinion. I'm not disrespecting any gang members at all. I'm just saying it's not cool to act like you're in a gang. And gang members know that. You don't flex that shit. It's not something you flex. You're either about it or you're not, and that's it. And I just want to give you something interesting, to think about. Man, I'm only halfway through this bitch. This shit I grew myself, by the way. The shit I'm smoking right now, I just dried this shit out completely last week. Man, let me go grab some shit. Look, I got my humidity packs. I just bought these bitches. I'm actually going to let y'all know how these work. These are Cloud9. These are way cheaper than the Belivos, whatever they call the humidity packs. These ones are way cheaper. They're called Claudius 9. Get them bitches on Amazon. They're like half the price of the main brand Belivos. I'm not saying the blue ones ain't bad, but I don't have the money for them. So if they want to send something my way, I'll try them out. Hey, let me know. You're all ready. But this shit is crazy. The shit I grew right here is a whole nother story. It's a whole nother story. Look, this is blue milk, and it's not y'all normal blue milk. It's blue, MYLK. So it's in the blue. It's not even bred with the same phenotypes as the blue milk hybrid strain. So it's just got a similar name. It's completely different. It's supposed to be an indica dominant hybrid, but it came out. This one plant came out super sativa. You know, the leaves were insane on it, and it smokes great. It smokes great. It's probably about 20% THC, 20, 22, 23 at the most. But this other shit, I can't even smoke it during the day. I love indica. I love indica. Love indica. Love indica. And I know a shit ton about marijuana. A shit ton. I've been studying and reading this shit my whole fucking life. I know every center says it, but yeah, you get it. So I'm a straight. I love indica. I'm a very high strung guy. I need something to fucking calm me down. I just switched to flower. I've been smoking fucking oil dabs for years now. But fucking this, I bought these seeds because they don't know the name of the phenotypes, but it's two unknown. The parents are two unknown indicas, but it says the plants are averaging 30% or better on THC, and it's an indica dominant hybrid. And they said it's like super, 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 super sedative. It'll put you right to sleep. And I ain't never seen a seed company state what they stated. You know what I'm saying? Let me show you right now. This shit's called intergalactic butter. I'm gonna read to you what they tell you right here. But anyway, it's not the prettiest looking plant, but it's definitely 30%. And I'm getting the testers coming in. I have me and my best friend went in on this project, you know, so we about to buy the tester. It'll tell us exactly how much THC is in it, but I know we're fucking really close to 30%. I mean, this shit's insane. I've bought in 30% THC from the dispensary. I got my medical card. That doesn't get me half as high as this weed. So it ain't just the THC; it's the terps in it are insane. I'd love to know more about it, but I got plenty of clones, plenty of seeds of it, so it ain't gonna go nowhere. I promise you guys that. Now the intergalactic butter. There's no reviews on these seeds. They're like new. They were trying to like sell them at like a discounted price. So like, oh my god, I was just like, yeah, I'll try them out. Fuck it. They said 30% THC indica. I'm in. So it says right here, butter is extremely potent strain with THC levels hovering around 28%. THC levels 28 to 30%, and it loves a warm and dry climate. Perfect for where I'm at. Well, it's not dry; it's fucking humid here, but anyway. And the yield was supposed to be pretty good. Right here, look, yield above average. And the yield on the blue milk was great too. You can check my page out. Just if you check my community tab, that's the intergalactic right there. I just took down the pictures of the other ones. Let me see. So I'd love to hear about your guys' growing experiences. I know this shit's getting really recreational. I've been growing for a few years now, but I mean, I've been growing my whole life, but I've been harvesting plants for a few years now. Now, there's a difference between growing and harvesting. I know a lot of you young kids are growing plants, and you fucking ain't never seen a nug yet come off of that bitch, or killed it before it even did anything. You gotta do that a couple times over before you start getting how to do it. But now it's easier because you got everything is at your fingertips. 10 years ago when you're trying to grow weed is different than you're trying to grow weed now. It just is. 15 years ago, way different. But look, I hope you all had a great day. I don't know about you, but my work breaks are about 30 minutes. It takes me 15 minutes to eat and 15 minutes to fucking smoke. So I know y'all about to have to hurry up and get back to your work. So I'm going to let y'all go. Peace. Stay strong.